So my name's Anthony Lynam, and I normally work for the Wildlife Conservation Society, and I'm based in Thailand. Alright, so the Asia Pacific chapter was conceived in 2006, and we had our first meeting in India in 2007. So the Asia Pacific chapter is a group of scientists who are members of ATBC who live in the Asia and Pacific region, and that includes many of the countries throughout the Indian subcontinent all the way through the Southeast Asian archipelago and down to Australia and out to the Pacific. So it's a very big region. So ATBC in the Asia Pacific chapter covers many different language groups and religious groups and also ecosystems. So we have many different types of biodiversity through that region and many different challenges facing their conservation. So every year the Asia Pacific chapter has a meeting in a different place. So in the last couple of years we've had meetings in Indonesia, in Cambodia, in Australia, and most recently in China. And these meetings are opportunities for students and for early career scientists to get together to present their work and to network.
And how many people were there, around?
So our meetings are growing. Every year our annual meeting is around 300 people. Last year in Singapore at the Conservation Asia meeting we had over 600 participants from around 39 countries. Right, so the Conservation Committee is a group of scientists in ATBC whose focus is to develop a conservation policy for our organization. Yeah, so biodiversity across the tropics is threatened by a range of different things. We've got deforestation, we have unsustainable human use, and we've got things such as hunting and wildlife trade now, which are affecting this biodiversity. So the Conservation Committee's role is to identify the challenges facing this biodiversity and to come up with strategies to protect and to conserve this biodiversity and policies for ATBC in terms of the conservation of biodiversity. Right, so every year the ATBC Conservation Committee attends the annual meeting, and we come up with a strategy or a declaration that comes from that meeting. And the declaration is about a topic of conservation interest that is relevant to the particular place where we have our meeting. So we develop a policy about a particular issue, and we release that as a statement from the ATBC. And our policies we try to follow up on by having local conservationists to deal with a particular threat. So, for example, we have a recommendation or a set of recommendations that comes from our declaration. We try to follow up on those recommendations and try to achieve some conservation outcome as a result of our intervention.